Why do we have principal value branch in case of inverse function? Say for example, I am taking sine inverse. Why don't we write domain as -1 to 1 and range all real values? We could have written like that. Most of you may be knowing it, but for those of you who do not actually understand that reason behind it, principal value of branch, I am going to cover that. Now, first of all, we should be very clear on the basics. This is an inverse function. Whether it is a function in this form, can I say this is a function? To call something a function, x, y, can I call this as a function? No. I can call this as a function. You cannot have a situation where it is one to many. You can have many to one, but you can't have one to many for something to be called as a function. So if I call it as a function, it will be a flaw. And when I restrict this, it overcomes the flaw. But the logic behind what we have done to come to this conclusion, I'll try to cover that. Now, first of all, if there is a function, say f x to y, when can we have inverse of this function? We can have inverse of x, f function f. F is actually, say, this pen is a problem. F is, say, fx. I can have a function gx, which is nothing but inverse of f. I have a function g, which is inverse of f. And when I have that, I need two things. One, this function, the original function. What is the original function in my case? Original function is sin x. Fx is equal to sin x. This original function should be one-to-one and on-to, means it should be injective and surjective, means it should be bijective. So one-to-one and on-to. Only then I can have an inverse. Now let me see what is sine. How do I draw sine graph? I can draw like this. I can draw like this. In fact, let me draw flatter mode. Let me take the scale so that I get something like this. Not too flat also, yeah. If I get it like this, it will help me. Now, this is y and this is x. This is pi by 2 and this is minus pi by 2. This is 3 pi by 2 and this is minus 3 pi by 2. If I say that when I define here, if I've defined the sine function x to y and I define, say this is y and this is x, I have defined y such that y belongs to y and y is greater than or equal to -1, less than or equal to 1. So y can take all values from -1 to 1, all values in between. This is how I have defined y. And if I define x as all real numbers, x belongs to x and it is a real number. X is a real number. Now, whether it is this function, can I have inverse of this? I cannot have inverse of this. That is why this is not the correct inverse. This is not the correct inverse function. If I have to say in terms of function, technically, means this solves our problem. We'll come to that. Step by step, let me do. So, it has to be on-to and one-to-one to have an inverse. Whether it is on-to, for function to be on-to, each element of y should be image of some element in x in my given codomain. This is my codomain which is given. So from -1 to 1, each element of y is an image of some element of x. No problem. So it is onto. So I take it. Whether it is 1 to 1, each element in x should have a distinct image in y. But that doesn't happen, because if I take here, I take this and this, two different elements in x give me same image in y. So in this entire domain, my sine function is not 1 to 1 function. Can I make it 1 to 1 function? So that I have both. This codomain I don't change. Without changing the codomain, can I make it 1 to 1 function or not? If I restrict my domain, say I can restrict from minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi by 2. I can take this as a domain. I can take minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 as my domain. I can take pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 as my domain. I can go on like this. I can go on like this. So I select this. This is my principal value. I select this. If I take this, I could have taken this also. Even then it is, if I go from here to here, this function is also 1 to 1 function. From here to here, in this also it is 1 to 1, and this also it is 1 to 1. So I take this much. So let me do by dotted lines. Let the remaining part be by dotted lines. So now this is my domain. My domain is what? X is from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So x is now greater than equal to minus pi by 2 to less than equal to pi by 2. This is the domain and this is the range. Why I am saying range? Actually it was the codomain. Initially I said codomain, but now I am saying it range. I am saying it range because in this domain, from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, whatever value of x is there, I get the values of y which complete my entire codomain. I fulfill my entire codomain from this value to this value. When I give, I get my entire codomain. So my entire codomain is then actually a range. For this codomain, this is my not only codomain, it is also range. And another interesting thing, when your range and codomain are equal, it is onto function. Otherwise also you can see the function and say that it is an onto function, because for each value of y is an image of some value in x. And second way of saying it, the range is equal to codomain, so it is onto function. And it was 1 to 1 function. I made it 1 to 1 by restricting this domain. So now this function in this domain and range or codomain, it is 1 to 1 and onto. So I can find the inverse in this domain and range. Now, when the inverse is done, another important thing which we should know is, suppose inverse is done from x to y. I have inverse function which is g. I will write it from y to x. And g is inverse of f. G is inverse of f. And g is inverse of f only when f is 1 to 1 and onto, that is bijective, which is there in this case. And then whatever was my range becomes my domain. And whatever was my domain becomes my range. So if my domain was this and range was this for sine x, for the inverse function sine inverse x, it is minus 1 to 1, and the range is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and this is the principal value branch. This is what is principal value. Had we taken minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi by 2, it would have been minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi by 2. That is another branch. But this is the principal value branch. Now how do we draw the inverse function? And there also I can show why we curtail only some branches, that is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi by 2. Why do we curtail that? One way I have explained the reasoning is that inverse function 1 to 1 onto function. I'll explain it other way around also. Now, how to draw the inverse function? To draw the inverse function, one way of drawing the inverse function is that if this is the sine function, I draw a line like this, which is, this line is actually not, I am saying I draw a tangent here, but it happens to be, maybe it is touching here by default, not by design. So if this is y is equal to x, or fx is equal to x is the line I draw, the image of this will give me the inverse function, and the image will come something like this. Image will come like this. It will go here. If we see, I will show other way also doing it. So it is minus, and this whole thing will go here. It is pi by 2, and this one will become minus pi by 2. Let me draw a fresh diagram so that there is no hodgepodge. To avoid the hodgepodge, let me draw it again. Now this is my sine function xy, and it was like this. And to make it 1 to 1 and on 2, I curtailed minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and this is minus 1 to 1. I now need an inverse function which will be like that. But why it is like that? To explain that, one way was drawing a line and taking an image and changing domain to range and range to domain. Another way of doing it, one way I repeat, was drawing a line, changing domain to range and range to domain. That is what. This was the domain, it became the range, and minus 1 to 1 was the range, it became the domain. And this is just the image. Another way is rotate this by 180 in your mind. Just flip it by 180. So this one will come here and this will go there. So let me have a dotted line. I will draw for entire real numbers. For entire real numbers, what kind of function will, what kind of graph we will get. There's a difference between graph and a function. When we say function, we have to be technically correct. So I am drawing a graph right now. So I have flipped 180. After flipping 180, this is what we have done. When I flip it 180, that is how it will be. I am not saying you rotate 180 on x-axis. No, I am flipping along y by 180, and that is how I get. It's a different matter that if had I rotated by along x, I would have got the same thing, but it will not happen in all the curves. In case of cos, it will not happen like this. So, but my method is you rotate by 180, and whatever you get, you plot by dotted line, and then you rotate the whole thing by 90 simply. So this goes up by 90. So that is why I got this graph. That is why I got this graph, and my this was minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 was my domain. And as I said, domain becomes the range. So now this becomes the range, which is pi by 2. It is pi by 2, pi by 2, and it is minus pi by 2. I am saving money on the pen also. So it is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. It is minus 1 to 1. That was minus 1 to 1 has come here, and this only thing is that I put pi by 2 above and minus pi by 2 below. So don't put minus pi by 2 above and pi by 2 below. Just by rotating that, I am just telling the shape what we get. It's just means it is not the method which is given in the books. Just in your mind you can do it, and then put the domain and range by flipping the domain and range there. So it was minus pi by 2, pi by 2, and it was minus 1 to 1. So now it will be minus 1 to 1 will be domain for inverse function. This is inverse function, and the range will be minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So domain is minus 1 to 1. This is x, and this is y, which is your sine inverse x. This is the graph, but the function is this up to here. up to here, this is my principal value. Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 is my principal value. Had I taken minus 3 by 2 pi by 2 to pi by 2, I would have been here. I would have been, this would have been my other branch. There are various branches. So this is minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi by 2. Then my inverse function would have been like this. So in the problem it can come that show in the other branch which is preceding the principal value branch, draw the sine inverse curve. It will be like this. So first draw this graph. This is the principal value and these are the other values. So whatever value it is required, you can draw in that 3 pi by 2. So if it is principal value, this much is my function. If it is value, it is the range, it is the range preceding the principal value, it is this much. It is after the principal value, it is this much. So I hope it explains the reason why do we have the principal value of value branch. Had it not been there, I would not have got the inverse function.